Hello everyone, and I'd like to say in advance that I do apologize once again for the lack of videos. I've just been very distracted, and there's been school. That's two different things, by the way. Distraction and school. Never mind. Anyway, as you see by the title, this video will be about fear of failure. Now, first I'd like to relate this to myself. I am like a Hamlet type of guy. If you ever read that play, I overthink everything, right? So basically what I'm trying to say here is, yeah, I'm very afraid of failure, honestly. Like, I'm sorry, I've had a cold the last 2 days, so my voice might sound a little weird, and I keep cracking. Anyway, like, for example, if I'm in band, right? And sometimes in band, we have to do playing tests. You basically play a part of a song or scales or something in front of the class and get a grade on it, right? I'm horrified of those playing tests. Like, you could tell me there's a playing test coming up a month before it happens, and I will be nervous the whole freaking month up to that playing test. I hate it that much, because I'm like, oh god. I mean, I'm a pretty good player. I'd say I'm among the best players in my class. I mean, I'm not trying to be like egotistical, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, I play trumpet, you know, just throwing that out there. And I always do fine on those playing tests. I do really well. And there's always other people in the class who do really terrible. You know, especially on, sometimes we have to memorize the stuff we're going to play. As in scales, we got to memorize the scales. And some people have complete nervous mind wipes. I don't really get those much. I just have this weird thing where I like tremble a little bit every. Oh, whatever. This is irrelevant. By the way, I'm not doing this again. This is the 5th time I've done this, and the only reason I wouldn't upload it is because I'm afraid of failure. How about that? And that pretty much brings me to the next thing I was going to bring up, is that even in video making, like I'm doing right now, there's a huge fear of failure influence, I guess would be the word. You know, you can, if you know what PKA is, Painkiller Already, it's a podcast with some big Call of Duty commentators, right? And I don't really watch Call of Duty much anymore, but PKA I actually enjoy because it really has nothing to do with Call of Duty most of the time. It's just these guys talking, right? It's a podcast. And sometimes they bring up, and these people have like upwards to like 900,000 subs or something like that. I'm actually going to look it up right now. This is awkward, isn't it? 880,000. That's how much the main guy, Woody's Gamertag, has. He has 880,000, and he says, well, it's obviously a bigger deal for him than me because it's his job, you know. He's partnered. Man, I'm just cracking everywhere today. And if he doesn't do well in a video, it could cost him money, you know. It could cost him a decent chunk of his income. For me, I'm just some random guy, right? I get 100 views a video, maybe, after a couple weeks of it being uploaded. But the same kind of, this is hard to put into words, the same kind of anxiousness to see if a video is going to do well is still there, you know. Yeah, I've uploaded a few videos that got, you know, largely negative response. I've uploaded a few of those. I've uploaded a few videos that got like no views at all because apparently it was just that uninteresting. Or maybe the sub box just messed up. I never thought of that, but I don't think that's it.
Alright, guys.
My throat is killing me.
Alright, let's continue this interview. So how was that?
Coke. Anyway. And there was some other example I forget, because this is, once again, the 5th time I've recorded this, and I remembered it the 4th time, but I don't know. I got it. I remember. Sorry. This is like borderline me being too afraid to upload this video. Basically what I wanted to throw
Got this
out
guy blind
is
fire.
guys, especially guys. It probably happens with girls a lot. I don't know. Especially guys, especially teenage and younger guys like me. I'm 16. I get this a lot. Is that when you're talking to a
Like a bunch of black men.
person, quotes, you're always freaking out about what you're freaking sending this person. You're like, oh,
Boys,
jeez.
let's go 40
If I say this, she'll be freaking creeped out, right? Yeah. It's usually not even the truth. We're just so freaking self-conscious that we're just afraid to, like, say it. It's a confidence thing. I lack that, honestly. I'm gonna admit this. This is kind of embarrassing, but I don't really care. Until 2 years ago, alright? Until I was about 14, I wasn't even confident enough to order my own freaking food at restaurants. I always got my parents to order for me. I know, it's weird, but seriously. Like, that's how... You don't picture a YouTuber as a shy person, right? But I'm, like, surprisingly shy. You know, I don't talk much unless I'm in that moment where I'm just going off. You know, everyone has those moments, I'm sure. Some less than others. Some live those moments, you know. I wish I could be one of those people. This has turned from fear. I can't even say that. Fear of failure. Try and say that 5 times fast right now. Let me know how you do. This has become less of fear of failure and more of confidence, but I'm gonna call it fear of failure anyway. But basically, yeah, that's what I'm. You know, I said everything I want to. You know, we're all kind of afraid of failing. I don't think it's necessarily a bad trait to have, a bad mindset, because it could keep you from failing, I guess. That's just the word for it. You can put that into any situation you want. Generally speaking, that will keep you from failing most of the time, or part of the time. Freaking throat. And it's not good to have an excess either. I'll tell you that. I have it in excess. Not fun. I don't know if you get nervous about things often, but those band things, just as an example, it's torture. It's horrible. And when I'm done with it, I'm just like happy, just like, yes, it's over. But at the same time, I don't even want to, you know, I'm not smart enough to just, you know, get it over with, as some would call it. I'm just like, oh, maybe I'll go last, but I'll be happier when it's over. Like, okay, makes sense. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say, you know. Let me know what you think in the comments about fear of failure. If you have any, I don't know, any kind of confession or something you want to get off your chest, I don't care. If I'm able to admit I was too much of a wuss to order my own food at restaurants till 2 years ago, you can say whatever. I'm not one to judge unless I just don't like you, and that's very few people, so... yeah, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.
Even the